It is now 3:38 a.m. I was walking around Luxor when my phone rang, and this guy over here who's been in some vlogs before picked me up in his rental car. We're headed to eat at Jack in the Box right now. He said he'd be in the vlog tomorrow, so I'm gonna respect his wishes. I guess you'll see him then. But yeah, I will check in a few minutes at Jack in the Box. Several hours have passed since the last clip. Didn't really film anything at Jack in the Box. I was hungry, so I dug in. I didn't show you what I got. And then we went to MGM Grand for a couple hours. By then, the sun had started to come up. We stopped at Smith's, which is a Las Vegas area grocery store chain. It's owned by Kroger. And at Smith's, we got a case of water, a styrofoam cooler, and a 10-pound bag of ice because we are going to Death Valley right now. It is Thursday morning. We just pulled out of Las Vegas, have about a 2-hour drive ahead of us. Any comments on the 2-hour drive? All right, there you have it. I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you the view. We're driving through some very desert-looking mountains on the outskirts of Las Vegas, headed toward the California line. So we're driving along and we see this guy on a motorcycle, and he's kind of ahead of us, but his asshole was hanging out. We could see his whole fucking crack, and we're laughing at this joker right now. Like, if you're gonna wear a motorcycle, I mean, if you're gonna ride a motorcycle, at least wear clothing that doesn't show your friggin' asshole. Getting closer to Death Valley. We're on the road to Death Valley Junction. We just entered the state of California, and we actually had to go on our phones and look at Google Maps to figure that out, because if you watch this channel or you know me personally, you know I travel a lot. I go a lot of places. I've been to 36 different states, road trips, flown, the works. And this is the first time I have ever crossed a state line and not had it be marked by a sign. There was no sign for entering California. We wouldn't have even known we were in California had it not been for a GPS on Google Maps. But anyhow, we're now in California. The scenery looks exactly the same as it did in Nevada. I'll give you a look. This scenery that we're going through reminds me a lot of the time I took the Greyhound bus from Phoenix to San Diego, which, when you think about it geographically, that route is not that far from here. Just barely catching it out of the back of the car because we kind of already drove through it. But this is Death Valley Junction, California. There was like maybe 3 buildings in it. There was a little general store, a touristy looking place, and that was it. Furnace Creek, 30 miles. Stovepipe Wells, 55. Yeah, oh yeah, we're out here all day.
65 on a 2-lane road.
So this morning, we went to Smith's, like I said, the Kroger-owned grocery store in Las Vegas, and we got a 24-pack of bottled water, and we were just sitting here laughing about, we don't think we have the recommended amount. How much water do they recommend you bring into Death Valley per person?
4 gallons each person.
Per day.
Per day.
And I don't think we have that.
We don't even have that. We have a whole case.
We have a case of water, and we don't even have half the recommended amount. It's so hot in here. I'm looking forward to it, though. I'm excited. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It is 87 degrees, high of 113 today, but we're probably going to run out of water because we don't have the recommended amount. Probably going to die of thirst, and they'll find our carcasses out in the desert.
Yep.
You never know.
Oh, yeah.
We We are in the California desert, climbing right up this windy little road to Dante's View, which is supposed to be a really cool view of the whole valley below us, where Death Valley is, obviously. This is Dante's Viewpoint in Death Valley. We are 5,400 feet above sea level right now. And in a second, when I turn around and show you what we're looking down on, that's, hey, how many feet below sea level is it down there?
82 feet.
How many?
282.
Alright, so we're 5,400 feet up right now. Down below us is 282 below sea level. So looking down into the bottom of Death Valley, there it is. That's 282 feet below sea level. And that is the hottest place in the United States. It is massive. It's only in the mid-80s up here right now, but we're 5,400 feet up in elevation. Once we get down there, the high today is supposed to be 113. You can't see it today because it's hazy, but off in this direction, if it were a clear day, we might be able to see Mount Whitney, which is the highest point in the continental U.S., and right here in front of us is the lowest point in the continental U.S., which are both in California. No, you're good. Back in the car, we just saw a dead jackrabbit in the middle of the road, and this guy had a funny comment when we saw that.
They got some weird fucking animals out here, that's for sure. Oh yeah.
We're back in the car. We're headed to Badwater Basin, which is the lowest elevation in the United States, 282 feet below sea level. And I'm gonna get his reaction for the temperature and what time it is.
It is 10 a.m. and 1:05.
Yeah, it's hot and it feels good when you gotta sit through the damn New England winters every friggin' year of your life to come out here and just have it be warm. Let me tell you, it feels amazing. I wish I could have this all the time. I'm even wearing jeans. I didn't even bring shorts today. I like this weather so much.
106.
Oh, I just went up another degree and it's now 106. So this is what Death Valley looks like down towards the bottom. We're driving to the low point right now. And it really is beautiful scenery out here. 107 right now, according to the car. Yeah, take a picture of that sign. When are you ever going to see something that says that again?
I want to get it.
This is Badwater Basin, the hottest place in the United States. It's about 107 out right now. And it's only just after 10 in the morning. And this feels amazing. The ground is filled with salt deposits. Just look at this rut right here. It's complete salt. .110 degrees according to the thermometer in the car. Made it up to 110. That's pretty awesome.
111.
Just got, alright, now it's 111 now. Just got down at Badwater Basin. Pretty cool experience. The ground was just so salty. There's lots of natural salt deposits, and it was actually pretty cool to see that. It was fun. I wish I could have this weather back home year-round, because I love the heat. I'm not even really breaking a sweat hardly at all, and I'm wearing jeans. I love this.
You like stopped. Fucking Jimmo. Rubber.
Time has passed since the last clip. We went to Furnace Creek and went to the National Park Visitor Center, which is really good. All the national parks are laid out really well. The visitor centers are really nice. I didn't take any videos there, but insert pictures now. Then after that, we went to Stovepipe Wells, which has a gas station, convenience store that has like t-shirts and souvenirs and that sort of thing. I got a couple of souvenir t-shirts because I just liked them both. I couldn't decide. You only live once, right? And that was a neat little stopover. Gas was going for $3.85 a gallon for regular, and to put that in perspective, you can get gas for about $2.97 in Las Vegas right now. But that wasn't even the highest one, because there's 2 gas stations here in Death Valley. The other one is near the visitor center for the national park, and that was $4.84 a gallon, which is just astronomical. I mean, it's in a remote location, but that was a little bit funny almost to see that. We were prepared. We started with a full tank, so we won't have to get gas out here. And now this is going to do it for California today. The national park straddles California and Nevada. It's entirely in California, but we're about to cross back into Nevada. We're going to an abandoned ghost town called Rhyolite, which is just over the line on the Nevada side. So I will talk to you guys when we get there. Before we get to Rhyolite, one more thing to mention. The high temperature today is 113 degrees, and according to the thermometer in the car, it just topped out at 113 degrees. And I know I sound like a broken record, but I love this heat. It feels amazing, like being in New England or having to deal with snow and ice and 0-degree temperatures every year. This is amazing. Forgot one more thing. There's also sand dunes here at Death Valley. We just came from there. I didn't take any video, but cue pictures now. Welcome to Rhyolite, Nevada. Old abandoned ghost town, settled, I think I read online, like 1907, and abandoned like a couple of years later. But this is really, really cool. Getting sort of towards the edge of town. There's 2 more abandoned buildings to look at. One of them I can see from here is completely fenced off with barbed wire, but one of them looks like it might not be. So let's head down there and check that one out. This one looks like it has open access to just go right in, although there's not a whole lot left of it. Look on the ground here, it's looks like some remnants of old tin cans from years ago. Let's go see what's in here. So I actually thought from a distance that was like a doorway. It's just nothing. All right, we're on the way back to Las Vegas. We're about 110 miles northwest of Las Vegas right now. And this guy who's driving, would you care to tell us how fast you were just going?
93 or so. Give or take.
He ain't joking. It was fun though. But I can't help you pay no ticket, so choose carefully. How about 100?
No.
We'll get it in the vlog.
We're gonna pass this guy right here though. Hang on. We're going.
So you just went up to 88.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. We're in the middle of fucking no place.
On the way back to Las Vegas. Gonna get something to eat at Jack in the Box, make a couple stops on the way back, and then we're gonna check into the hotel, staying at MGM Grand, and probably just call it a day. I'm exhausted. I've been up all night last night, and I haven't slept in almost 48 hours by the time we get into the hotel and do all that stuff. So I'm gonna end the vlog here, but I'll pick up tomorrow with a fresh one. Thanks for watching. If you've stuck with it this far, I appreciate it. And keep around, more Las Vegas content coming up.